Thank you for joining us and welcome to Document's Live Build Lab. We meet here weekly to cover some topics that can help you integrate with your database, with Document, and generate nice looking documents. The weekly topic takes around 15 minutes of the session, and after the presentation, we'll have an open space where you can bring your questions and your pain points generating your documents. So feel free to bring any questions. We'll be happy to help you. So let's start. The theme of the week is automating PDFs with Zapier and Documint. So let's first go to Document and take a look at the template we have ready for today. So as you can see, we have here a simple template. This is a simple, this is a service request. We have some fields here already set up. This template is available in our gallery, so feel free to take a look, to explore it, and see if it fits in your use case. So this one here specifically has some fields that will populate from a form. So you can connect a form. Today we'll use a Google form and retrieve data from that form and populate a template generating a final PDF. So let's take a look at that form now. And here we have some simple fields such as company or client name, contact person name, email address, what's the project type. This is a bit specifically about this type of company. We're taking a look here. So project description, estimated budget range, desired start date, so start of the project, the urgency level, and some additional notes if your client wants to add something. This form is available in our Quick Start guides. If you're not familiar with our Quick Start guides, we have some for the main apps that are integrated with Documint. So take a quick look. You can use it as your first time to quickly generate a first document and see how it all works. So I'll use a similar Zap today that we have in our Quick Start guide from Zapier and Documint. So let's take a look there. We will start from scratch, and I'll share with you guys how we can build this workflow. So, okay, let's start with our trigger. So this event will be triggered by a new form response. So let's take this option, new form response. I already have my Google account connected to Zapier, but if you don't have, then you will need to connect an account. And let's continue to the configure step. So in here, this will access all the forms I have available in my Google account. So let's use service requests. It's the last one the form we just had a look. And let's test the trigger. So this here will give you some mock-up answers. So let's use them just for testing. But if you like, you can also finish setting this up, send out a form and see how everything works. And let's continue with this record. And for the next step, which is the action, we will choose document as the next step. The action event will be create a document, and we will connect an account. For now, we will connect a new account so you guys can see how to integrate this with Documint. And once I click create a new account, this is the page that Zapier takes me to. And in here, I need to provide an API key, and this API key will get it in Documint. So let's go back to Document. Here we have our template. So let's go back to our profile. Let's go to the account settings. Just 1 second. Okay, so we are back to my account. And let's see how we can get an API key to connect with Zapier. So now I just accessed the account settings. Let's go to API keys, create a new API key. Let's name it Zapier and create. Let's copy this key and get back to that page that Zapier brought us to insert the API key. So let's paste it and yes, continue to document. And this will take you back to document. And that's basically it. Now let's go back to Zapier. And you will see that now your account has been connected. And let's continue to the configure step. This is an important step. That's where we'll choose our templates, we'll map our fields. So let's click here to get the drop-down option and select the wanted template, which will be the service request. As I said, this is available in our gallery, and the template fields option will show up for you to map the fields. So these fields here, they are the fields that are already set up in the template. So you can name it as you want. The names don't need to match. You will just match these names with the fields you have in your form. So let's click here to add. So let's look for a client name, which is right here. Company client name, person name. So this will be the contact person name. And you can also just type it in, so a slash to look for, and then type the email. So this is the email address. Let's look for project type and project description. It's pretty easy once you get the rhythm. Date, urgency level, and additional modes. And let's continue. Let's test this step. And voila, you see the data coming out, and you can access the PDF from here. What we are looking for is the document URL. You can just double click the token. It will select the URL, sorry. And you can just copy it and open in another page. And there you go. This is how it will look. So in here, we just have some simple tags. That's something that Zapier just provided us. So we have some data here, but this URL only lasts for a couple of hours. We only hold this URL internally for 24 hours, just in case you don't generate the same document twice and spend your merges unnecessarily. So if you want to access this final document for a longer time, you can upload it to a Google Drive account or any other Drive account you have. So I'll show you how we can do this with Zapier. So let's go back to your Zap and let's add another step. So in this step, I want to add a Google Drive. So since my Google account is already connected, I will choose the action event, which will be upload a file. There you go. Now let's continue and configure this tab. So the drive, I will use my personal drive. And the folder, I have one folder prepared for the service request for responses. The file I will select the document URL, but that's the URL we just previewed. So this right here. We don't want to convert it to a document, so we'll check false. This will turn this into a Google Doc, so things might be not correctly in place. So we just want the final PDF, and we'll tell that to Zapier in a bit. So the file name will also bring it from document, which is document name, and the file extension. This is where we tell Zapier that we just want the PDF that document just provided us. So let's continue and test step. Okay, great. This ran, and now let's take a look at the drive. And this document should be right there. Let's go to the drive. And there you go. I have one here that I tested previously, but this is the one we just generated. And let's take a look. And there you have it. And once it's uploaded to your drive, you'll always have access to it. So you don't have to worry about links expiring. And that's it. You can play around with Zapier. It's very versatile. You can send it an email. You can send it to, you can add as many steps as you need to make your workflow fit for your use case. So thank you very much for watching. This this session is being recorded, and it will be posted on YouTube soon, so you can refer back to it whenever you need. And now feel free to bring up any questions related to your templates. If you don't have any questions right now, but in case it comes up later, feel free to reach out to us via chat, or you can also email us at support@document.me. Thank you very much.